day, like I want to look put together, not like I didn't get sleep last night, and I need to be like in 15 minutes or less.
Okay. So we're going to start with a BB cream. That's easier than a foundation because you don't have to blend it in as much. So we're using Jen's favorite BB cream, Origins, the Ginzing SPF 40. So you get your SPF, you get your coverage, and it's a slow time release of pigment. So it starts off kind of white, and then as you mix it, it forms to your skin color. I recommend using your fingers because sometimes the warmth of your fingers will help it, but today I'm going to use a brush because when I'm working on other people, I don't like to use my fingers. So normally I start with brows, but since this is a quick get ready, we're doing foundation first. We don't need a whole lot of coverage because we're just trying to get out the door. If you ever find that you have brush strokes on your face, when you're like done with applying your makeup, you can go in with a beauty blender, which is what I'm going to do today, just to get the brush strokes out, or sometimes you can just tap it with your brush.
Cool tip.
But yeah, I always have brush strokes just because.
Yeah, actually you did tell me that, and like sometimes whenever I'm doing like my makeup or whatever, you know, I'm trying to use whatever's right there on hand, like I'll just tap it out and it really does make a big difference.
It does, because those brush strokes really give away that, because whenever you're trying to run out the door, you almost don't even want it to look like you put in a lot of effort.
Right.
You want it to look, especially for a mom, like just going to Target or something.
I need to not take a lot of time.
So I'm just going to go in on this side of your face. And I'm not even blending. I'm just bouncing what we have down. Blend it down the neck.
Yeah, girl.
But this should realistically this should only take 15 minutes. And you can omit whatever steps you don't feel are necessary to make it even quicker.
Cool.
But so far we're doing exactly what you do in the morning, right?
Yes.
Which is just a little bit of BB cream.
Yes.
And it probably goes a little faster if you use your hands, but well, Jen's like, yeah, always use my hands. And really, for yourself, I would say to use your hands just because I know for me, BB cream, it definitely works better when it's warm.
Yeah.
I don't use my hands because it gets all over my clothes. You can always put a little on the ear. So, Jen, do you normally use a concealer when you're in a hurry, or do you put your BB cream up underneath your eyes?
I usually use like a tiny bit just to give me a little brightness under there, especially.
Mm-hmm. But you're not really doing it to conceal. No. You're really just doing it to brighten.
Mm-hmm. Just to brighten.
So I would suggest not having a full coverage concealer if you're using it to brighten.
Okay.
Because if you're using it to brighten, you can almost use something a little lighter than your skin color.
Okay.
But you want it to be almost a dewy finish. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape, which is high coverage with a matte finish, which I wouldn't normally do for this.
Mm-hmm.
But if you only put a little,
yeah.
Normally I go down
mm-hmm.
like that and lots of concealer.
Yeah.
For a natural look, it's just not necessary. And look up for me. And sometimes I don't even blend it up all the way. I leave the lash line uncovered so that we can, when we put shadow, it sticks a little better.
Good deal.
So I'm taking a little extra BB cream and putting it on her T-zone because we're going to put a little extra powder right there. So Jen, do you normally get oily throughout the day? I know you typically have drier skin.
I do typically have dry skin, but yeah, I don't know, it's weird to get, it's kind of combination, you know, it does what it wants.
So what we'll probably do, since this is supposed to be quick,
yeah,
we'll like, just set your under eyes.
That's fine because I don't mind, like I like looking a little dewy.
Yeah, and especially whenever it's a natural look, you don't want to look one color.
Total matte, yeah.
Yeah, Can you for me? And you could almost blend it as you set it.
Okay.
I apologize in advance for your black shirt.
We'll live.
Another tip, do not get ready before you put your makeup on. Okay, now since I'm not setting her entire face, when we go in with bronzer, because we're not gonna contour, because this is quick.
Okay.
But since we're going in with bronzer and your face is tacky, instead of blending it, we're gonna dab it.
Okay.
So it's gonna look kind of splotchy at first, but I just wanna lay it down. And bronzer to me is a step you can't skip.
Yeah.
You just
I
look
feel
too
like
flat.
If there's like 2 major things that I need, it's gonna be concealer to brighten my under eyes and bronzer.
Right.
I could survive.
For me, it's like bronzer and mascara. I can't leave the house without mascara.
Well, I could just put my glasses on and then it's fine.
Because it magnifies your
It
lashes.
It works out.
Once I laid it down, I can kind of blend a little bit. And like, I can see your skin through this, which I like.
Me too.
But that just means you have to be super careful with all your products because you don't want to move anything around.
Good too.
So for highlight, since we're not doing full coverage,
Okay.
I'm gonna use one of my favorite products, which is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light.
Okay.
It is a glow that doesn't look, it looks natural. It looks like you're like sweating, so watch. And you just need a little bit. And I always do bridge of the nose.
Yeah.
That way it kind of almost looks like sweat. And I know
Yeah.
that sounds really weird,
Like
but
a pretty sweat.
yeah. And then and then a dash of blush. And for blush, I always say whatever color your natural cheek is, try to match that. So this is like a really pigmented one, so I literally do a dab,
Wow.
wipe off the excess. That's the Jouer
Oh,
Blooming
yeah.
Bouquet.
I need it.
Oh, it's so good.
I
And it's got a
need
little
it.
shine to it, which once again makes you look more
I
natural.
love it.
But you can go overboard with this blush.
Okay.
Like you saw how little I put, and it's
Yeah,
like
literally
ridiculous.
just like,
So when I do put too much, because it's really easy with that, and since it's natural anyways, just
Yeah.
take your beauty blender
and pretty much just
and just smush it all together.
Okay. Oh yeah. It just like lightly
Mm-hmm.
covers it.
And
So it's more natural.
yeah.
Yeah.
And notice I didn't wipe off your under eyes yet,
Yeah.
because I kind of want that to sit and marinate.
Love it. Soak it all in.
And then you can actually blend again
I like it.
after your setting spray.
I like it.
I'm not gonna carve you out with anything, because like I said, we're doing this as if you had 15 minutes to get ready.
I love
I
it.
didn't put concealer over your eyes because most of us have darker eyelids, and to me, that eliminates a step.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take the bronzer we used and put some in your crease.
What
But we're
bronzer
gonna-
is that?
This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm using the middle shade, and I'm just putting that in your crease. And I'm doing it kind of sloppy because that's kind of what we want. We just want it to look natural. So that's one eye.
I love it. It just like gives it just that right finishing touch. I feel.
And there's a YouTuber I follow, and she's got really dark eyelids, and she spent her whole life covering them up. Until one day she was like, when I put concealer under my eyes, it literally makes it look like I have eyeshadow. Right. So she was like, why conceal your lid when you're going to put color there anyways? Plus, when you can see the veins and stuff, I don't know, I kind of like that look. Like it looks like you just woke up.
I'm feeling it. Woke up pretty.
So I'm just going to spray you before we do any liquid products.
Okay.
And for a more natural look, I do spray more than normal. So then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and blend again. And while it's still kind of tacky, I'm gonna take that highlight we use and just dot it in your inner corner.
Okay.
It'll make you look a little bit more awake. Look how cute. Okay, so now for brows, I'm taking a clear brow gel with absolutely no color.
Ooh.
I'm gonna swipe it through. Then I'm gonna swipe it up. And you kind of just keep doing that until you get the look you like. But with the Anastasia brow gel, it's like hairspray, so you don't have to do it too much.
This is perfect.
It just lays them down. You're like, where has this been? So
I need it in my life.
then I just take mascara and a lip. So look down for me. And obviously on clients, we wouldn't use
Yeah.
the applicator, but it's Jen and who cares? I also like to recommend that clients bring their own mascara so that you can use the brush, because the brush and the actual mascara, they're meant to go together.
Yeah.
So I really hate using a disposable.
Yeah.
Now, if they made disposables like the brush, you know
That'd
what I
be
mean?
different,
That
yeah.
would be so cool. And I don't even think you should do bottom mascara today because we're kind of trying to make the eyes look more open. So now we're gonna do a lip. Let's do, what do you consider a natural lip? Everyone kind of has a different one.
Yeah.
I literally match the color of my lips.
Yeah.
You go a little darker.
I go a little darker. I always like a more mauve just because that's what I
Yeah,
think.
that's your nude.
Yeah,
Everyone's
that's my
nude is
nude.
different.
Yeah.